Hey there guys, thank you Molly. I haven't even started the video yet, but she's in there already, aren't you? Hey? Anyway, this is a bit of an update for you. After about a week of Molly being on her new medication, I thought I'd come back to you and let you know how she's been getting on. And as you can hear, she's here. Are you going to say hello then? She doesn't like being picked up. No. You going to say hello? No, she hates being picked up. She's never been a cat that likes to be picked up or sits on your knee. Aren't you? Eh? No. I just want to apologise for the lighting. It's not great, but it's fairly dull here in the UK. So I've got the electric lights on, and so hopefully you will be able to see my face fairly clearly. Right, so we took Molly back to the vets on Saturday, which was the 17th of December. Our appointment time was about 10:50. We got in there and we're about 5 minutes early. The receptionist said we could take a seat in the side room rather than the normal waiting room, because in the normal waiting room you're with other dogs and cats, but Molly will be having a blood pressure test again, so she needs to kind of chill out a bit. So we had to go in the side room where there's no other pets in there. Anyway, it wasn't long before the receptionist came in and said, "Terribly sorry, we've had a couple of emergencies in this morning and we're running about 20 minutes late." I thought, okay, that's fine. You know, we don't mind waiting a little while. 20 minutes later, the receptionist comes back and says, "Really, really sorry. We've just had a dog come in with breathing difficulties." So she says it's going to be another 20-25 minutes max. And I said, well, you know, the dog needs to be looked at first. It's more important. So that was that. So about 40 to 45 minutes later, our vet arrives and beckons us in. Well, actually, no, we waited there. She took Molly for a blood pressure test. 4 or 5 minutes it took, and then she came back and we went into the vet's room and we had a little chat with her. I probably mentioned this, in fact I did mention it in my previous video. Molly is on a drug to reduce her blood pressure called Amodip, and I think the tablets are very, very small dose, 1.25 milligrams, and I've got to just break them in half. I give her half in the morning and half at night. Anyway, what the vet told us was excellent news. Molly's blood pressure has come down from just over 200 to around 160. Whilst 160 is kind of the... What do you want? What? Whilst, where was I before I was rudely interrupted? 160 is around the high end of normal, but it's acceptable for a cat Molly's age with kidney disease. So both my wife and myself were absolutely over the moon with this. Really, really pleased. In actual fact, during last week, when I first started giving Molly the Amodip drug to reduce her blood pressure, I noticed a change fairly quickly in her, because one of the most significant problems that I noticed in the first place was her pupils were considerably dilated. They were really, really black and round, and you could hardly see any of the actual iris itself, just like a little glimmer around the edge. And I thought, that's not right, you know. So a Google search, you know, confirmed my fears, and you know, it's high blood pressure because of the chronic kidney disease. So yeah, fairly shortly into her medication, probably the next day even, I noticed her pupils were getting back to normal, which I was really, really thrilled about. And when did we start giving it? It was Saturday the 10th. So Saturday the 10th she had her first tablet. Sunday she woke me up being sick, lovely, and the next day as well, but I think she's now tolerating the tablet, which is pretty good. And the vet also said, you know, she tried to look in her eyes, and because her pupils were actually reacting correctly to light, so they were shrinking down, the vet couldn't actually examine her eyes this time very well because her pupil was so small, which in a way I was kind of pleased about, because that also confirmed the blood pressure was functioning normally. What was the other thing? Oh yeah, we popped her on the scales, and last week, the first visit on the 10th, she'd actually lost a little bit of weight from the previous visit, but this time Molly had gained some weight, so really happy about that as well. So all we've got to do now is just continue with the course of medication and keep giving her half a tablet of Amodip in the morning and at night to control her blood pressure. I monitor her considerably anyway because she's so old, aren't you? Hey, oh ancient one. And she's sitting by the side of me here. I don't know if I can, I'll show you. There she is. Are you going to look up here, or are you going to be ignorant? Like you normally are, eh? Right, so yeah, so we've just got to continue with her medication as normal now. I actually dissolved the tablet in some of this like new cat soup. I crush it between 2 teaspoons and I dissolve it in this cat soup, which she really likes, and I'm making good progress with that, because obviously if she stops eating, which she sometimes does, I won't be able to get a tablet down there. So I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. Anyway, there's one last thing I want to just mention, which I was pretty irritated about. We all know how expensive vets can be. Of course, we all love our animals to bits, don't we? We absolutely love them, and we can't bear the thought that they're poorly, so you know, we immediately sort of whiz them off to the vets if they get ill, or we're worried about them. I know, well, I've learned not to whiz them off so quickly just lately, but as a rule I have done, you know. In the last week we've actually spent about a fiver, £5, UK pounds this is, short of £300. And that's okay. I mean, that's a lot of money, it's very expensive, but I can't put a price on Molly, and that's what I always say. However, there is one thing that has really, really irritated me. I asked for a printed, detailed sheet, it's kind of a receipt here, which breaks down the cost of every item on it. And I just want to tell you something that really irritated me and annoyed me, to be honest. Okay, when Molly was taken away, when we first came in and we were put into the side room for Molly to calm down and sort of chill out a little bit, the vet came in eventually, took Molly away, and it was less than 5 minutes she came back, okay, and called us into the room. Okay, during that sort of 3 or 4 minute period, Molly had her blood pressure taken. Okay? Do you know how much they charged us for that? She was gone less than 5 minutes. Okay? They charged us, let's have a look. Blood pressure measurement for cats, £37.40. When I saw that, I was absolutely incensed. I was mortified. How do they justify charging me nearly £40 for about a 3 to 4 minute blood pressure check on a cat? We've all had our blood pressure taken. It's exactly the same sort of theory. It's a little machine with batteries in it. You put a little cuff around your arm, you press a button, it pumps up. It's battery operated. You just take a reading. £40. I'm not ever so keen on vets, even though they provide me with an extremely good service, and a lot of people sort of say, you know, it's a license to print money. Sometimes I just feel like saying to the vet, would you like me to plug you into my bank account? You know, just siphon the money away. It does irritate me, but on the other hand, I do balance it with the care and things they do give Molly. But can they really justify almost £40 to do a blood pressure check, which took them 3 to 4 minutes? That bugged me, that did. Really, really bugged me. Can you tell? Anyway, I'm over that now, and I'm not annoyed. That was 2 checks she had as well, and lo and behold, she's going to have another one in about a month's time when we go for a checkup. Another £40 blood pressure check. Anyway, I'm okay with that, no problem. I am, honestly. No, I'm not. Anyway, that's about it for this one, guys. I just wanted to update you. This will be the second video in Molly's vlog, and I want to thank you all for watching, and you know, all the likes and all the comments, and any of my new subscribers, thank you very much. I realise not everybody is into cats and things like that, but an awful lot of you are, and I felt it only fair to sort of give you a bit of an update. Anyway, I'm beginning to waffle because I can't really think of anything else to say on this one, so I'm now going to go. So it's goodbye from me. Are you going to say bye? Are you going to say bye? Hang on. Come on. Be nice. Say bye. Say bye. No, she hates being picked up. See you guys.